Okay, so first of all, what is going on? It's Chill Life coming to you guys with a brand new video for today. Today we're here. There's a hair here. What the heck? Today we're here to review the GMMK Pro. Now, before I get into this video, please listen to the preface that I'm talking about. So first of all, I am no keyboard enthusiast. I'm new to the custom keyboard scene. Before this, my keyboard was a Corsair K70. This is my first custom build keyboard. I am a gamer trying to dive into the world of custom keyboard. With that said, I think I represent the perfect target audience that Glorious had in mind when they made this keyboard. Simply because they made this keyboard to be the perfect first custom keyboard for gamers trying to dive into the custom keyboard scene. So, going into this review, please keep that in mind, that that's the type of perspective that you're going to hear and not someone who is an enthusiast. Which can be a good thing too, because it also means that I will be more open-minded than a lot of custom keyboard enthusiasts, because let's be real, looking at Reddit, a lot of custom keyboard people are a little bit gatekeepy or whatever, so none of that. I am completely non-biased. And this, I bought this myself, obviously. Like, look at my sub count. No way Glorious wanted to send me stuff. This custom cable right here is actually made by a friend of mine. He actually makes his own business, or he actually has his own business when it comes to custom cable shit. So, if you guys want to check this out, it will be in the description down below. It is handmade. I know it doesn't look the best right now because it's supposed to be the other way around, but I play tilted when I play, and when I put it the right way, it hits my arm. So, it is good quality. The difference between machine made and handmade like this is the coil is a little bit more perfect. I know he did send this to me, but that's not gonna make me biased, you know. The coil is really good, especially handmade, and it's really cheap too. A lot of custom handmade cable go for around $180 to $120. This goes for like 70 Canadian dollars, which is like, I don't know, 55 US dollars, around that. So if you guys want to check him out, it will be in the description down below. I will keep updating the links that you can reach him from, because he is trying to get his cable into other websites as well. So just keep checking the description when if there's an update. So yeah, man. I did do mods on this particular keyboard. I did do triple gasket mod. I did the tape mod, the Tempest mod. And I didn't screw it in all the way. I don't know if you can see it right here, but I did the triple gasket mod, although I can't really show you guys because the triple gasket mod kind of starting to mess up, you know. So this is not the final build of the keyboard, but I have been using it for a while. This is not the final build of the keyboard that I'm aiming for. I am going to buy an FR4 plate. I have the aluminum right now, and I did already buy a D65 gasket, and I'm just waiting on that. When I receive those two, I will also do the PE foam mod on this. So if you guys want an updated video on that, please let me know in the comments down below so I can do it. Now before anything, last one, I want to shout out my friend Kyle, Too Much Tech, for this amazing keycap. He recommended this to me. This is the Artifact Bloom keycap from Drop. Amazing guy, like, shout out buddy, you know, good friend of mine. And Quinn, Wretched GTA, also a small YouTuber like myself. He convinced me to make custom keyboard, or to build my own custom keyboard, for years straight. This man did not stop, and I finally did it, and honestly I like it. So here we go. So basically, GMMK Pro, this is basically a 75% layout, exploded layout, which means that the keys are on its own segment. Like, this has its own segment from this, and the arrow keys is not too close to each other, you know. It is a gasket mounted keyboard, although the flex isn't really all there unless you do what I did, which is the triple gasket mod. It has screw-in stabilizers, which I'll talk about the GOAT stabilizers later. I am not using it. I'm using a Durock V2. So basically, it is CNC aluminum, and I have the NC version, although they do have the ISO version. Yeah, basically the aesthetics, I really like it, you know. Coming from a full-size keyboard, I didn't really want to go 60%. I didn't want to lose a lot of function, although Even on 60%, I can just use the FN button. But at the same time, this is more convenient for me. You know, 75%, and it's not that big compared to a 65%. Like, it's not that much bigger. So this is like a perfect size for me. Aesthetics wise, I love the side LED. It is diffused. It has another one right here, and it also acts as a caps lock indicator. When this blinks, I know that the caps lock is on, you know? So aesthetically, I really love this. I love this. I love how it looks. You know, Keychron just came out. The thing I don't like about Keychron is the bezels look a little bit too thick for me. The bezel is kind of thick here, but it's just like the sweet spot that I like. If you like 75%, this is a really good option. So let's talk about the building process. The building process was simple, but at the same time, I ran into a few problems. The building process, the one thing I hate about this keyboard is there is 8 screws here, and I didn't put all of it in. I just put the 4 outer ones. If you can see it in the video, let me check. So I put this one, this one, this one, and this one. I didn't put the inner ones because 8 is just too much, you know? The PCB and the plate also has a lot of screws on it. I only used the screws that I needed to keep the diffuser for the side LEDs. I didn't put in any other screw. When the FR4 plate that I'm going to buy comes, it's not gonna need any screws, so I'm just waiting on that. So the building process is simple, you know. The PCB is connected to a daughter board inside. You guys, you just have to be careful to take it out, you know, to unplug it from the daughter board, the whole PCB. And it's not that complicated. What's complicated is the stabilizers. The stabilizers that I have is the Durock V2s. I have the aluminum plate. I thought I wouldn't have any problems with compatibility because Glorious said that they fixed it on the retail version. Back when the GMMK Pro was only bought from reservation, there are a lot of stabilizers that didn't fit, especially on the brass plate. And I thought they fixed it because they said they did. And in the aluminum plate, the Durock V2s was really hard to fit because I saw it, the goat stab, the stabilizer that came with this stock was a little bit smaller than the Durock V2s, but I did get it to work. I did have to use pliers, to push up the plate from the PCB because when I put in the Durock V2s and I put the plate on top of the PCB, I forced it in because the Durox is too tight, which I got it in, but the plate was a little bit too low. So I grabbed the top from the PCB on the plate and I just twisted it and basically yanked it up. If you guys run into that problem, you can try that, but do it at your own risk because that's kind of risky to break your PCB, but at the same time do it slowly, and you know, it's your choice if you want to do it. Don't blame me if you break your shit, you know. Other than that, it's not really a hassle to build this. You don't need all the screws back to build it, you know? And that's basically the only thing that took me a while to resolve when it comes to building process. Other than that, it's simple. The typing experience on this is really good. I don't really care a lot about flex. And I'm also certain that a lot of people who nitpick about flex don't really care about it. And they just say that they care about it because it's a hot topic right now. Even on the Keychron, a lot of reviewers are saying that the flex is more visible than it is, you know, you can see it more than you feel it, you know, like it doesn't make a whole lot of a difference. So it doesn't really matter to me, the flex wise, although my configuration right now, it does have a little bit of a flex, but it's not the best right now. Although, like I said, this is not the final build that I'm going for. And after I get the tools that I need, like the new plate, the D65 gasket and whatnot, this is gonna be so much better than it is right now. Even the sound, which I'm gonna give you guys a sound test later. So basically, the gaskets, like I said, the Durock V2s work perfectly right now. Like, I do have the spacebar reversed, which is just because I'm not used to the cherry profile yet. And whenever I have it normally, when I'm playing Call of Duty, I do jump accidentally a lot, which gets me killed, and I got pissed. So I freaking flipped it, you know? So yeah, a lot of people do it anyways, and it doesn't make a difference when it comes to sound. And feel-wise, it feels way better. So I'm gonna keep it like this until I want to put it back. Anyways, let's talk about the goat stabs. It's okay. I tried it before building this, before I put the Duroc V2s in. Really, I do think that they shouldn't have named it goat, but at the same time, I don't really care about that. It is pre-lubed with G-lube, and the backspace, enter, and shift stabilizers on the goat stabs are pretty decent. The spacebar is kind of rattly, but I'm pretty sure you can get away with goat stabs if you don't want to buy Durocs. If you mod it yourself, use the do the holy mod. So yeah, you can get away with the goat stabs. It's not terrible. People just talk shit about it because of the name, but at the same time, it's still a good stabilizer, better than a lot of stock stabilizers, especially when you mod it. The next topic I want to talk about is quality control. The custom stabilizer not fitting the Duroc V2s is a part of a bad quality control, but to be fair, if that's the only problem, like, and they fix it, the quality control on this is really good. The only thing is my friend Quinn also bought a GMMK Pro the same time I did, the same day I did, but his came with the stabilizer pads on the PCB. Mine didn't, which I didn't really care much because I would have taken it out anyways because it will feel mushy when I use the stabilizer. Still, I don't know why mine didn't come with one and his did. He took his out anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but that's, to me, something that needs to be pointed out, you know. VIA and QMK. Right now, according to the Glorious website, from what I've seen, VIA and QMK now is supported, but it wasn't, VIA wasn't supported in launch, but now apparently it is. I don't know, I didn't really dive into VIA. I did try QMK, but right now I'm using Glorious Core because the only reason I used QMK was because when this came out, it had a really high latency, which I want to talk about that. The latency before is around 25 milliseconds, right? They fixed that. They fixed that on the latest Glorious Core update. Basically, now it runs at 2 milliseconds. Basically, you can choose between 2ms, 8ms, and 16ms. I'm using the 2ms right now, and I haven't really noticed any double clicking issues. A lot of people have issues about GMMK Pro because of the high latency before, and now it's fixed. And even back when it was 25ms, I don't know why people are making such a big deal about it. Like, the Ducky 1.2 Mini has around the same latency as what the GMMK Pro did, and the Ducky 1.2 Mini still has a really bad latency, and no one really talked about that. And when the GMMK Pro had it, a lot of people were talking shit, but now it's fixed, and I don't see people saying, oh, now it's fixed, you know. But I'm saying it right now, 2ms right now, which is really good. So with that said, I will leave you guys with a sound test right now. So yeah, overall the value of this is 170 bucks, bare bones. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, the Q1 is such a better value. The Q1 was my option before this, but I like this more because the Q1, it says it's 100. How much is Keychron? Bare bones is $150, but you also need to pay $20 shipping, which is going to make it a little bit more expensive than this. I haven't seen any reviewer mention that whenever they're talking about price when comparing the Q1 to this. A lot of these reviewers are just saying, oh, the Keychron is cheaper, but they didn't take into the consideration the shipping. This comes, at least when we bought it, free shipping, so it's 170 just flat, and that is 150 plus $20 shipping, so it's gonna be around the same price. I like the sound of this more. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's muted. It's not really. I'd rather have a muted keyboard, and plus this is not muted anymore, especially when I did the Tempest mod. But nonetheless, I'd rather have a muted keyboard than the one that sounds like a tin can. So value-wise, $170, you get gasket mount. Although the gasket mount, the Q1 is better, so it's like a pick whichever one you prefer. $170, you get an amazing value. You know, rotary knob, 75%, gasket mounted. You know, exploded layout, and support for VIA and QMK, NC or ISO, depending on what you want, and a lot more stuff, you know, screw and stabs and stuff. For the value, the quality, the build quality is really good. The anodization is really good as well. The CNC is really good. So I haven't really noticed any flaws when it comes to it. So it's really good, especially for the value. On top of that, it's not a group buy. So basically, it's always available. Unlike, you know, the Satisfaction 75, that basically this looks like it without the screen. Or the Jelly Epoch, or a lot of custom keyboard, or a lot of custom boards, you have to, it's basically group buy. So you have to wait for it to be in stock, limited time, and then resale value is going to be way more expensive. So if you didn't get your hands on those, you have to pay resale, which is 10 times as more, and it's not an exaggeration. Sometimes it's even more than that. On the GMMK Pro, it's always available. So if you're not looking to resell keyboards, if you're looking for something that you can use but you don't want to wait, this is perfect. You know, there's basically no compromises. If you're new to the custom keyboard scene, then this is a perfect beginner's keyboard for you, you know. To me, I'm happy with this. I'm probably not gonna buy more keyboards from here for a long ass time, and for me, this is the perfect keyboard for me. So I'm going to drop another sound test when I'm fully done with the keyboard, although it might take a while. So yeah, overall, I love the keyboard. Glorious did a great job. I know a lot of people don't like Glorious as a company, and that really skews a lot of people's opinions about the keyboard, but let's be real. If another company made this, let's say Novel Keys made the GMMK Pro, it's not gonna get as much hate as it is right now, just because Glorious made it. So Glorious did an amazing job at this. You know, they're doing their best. They're communicating on Twitter when it comes to updates, the firmware updates, the problems that people have when it comes to the keyboard, and they're really fixing it. So say what you want about Glorious, they're doing their best right now to make this keyboard the best. So with that said, an amazing keyboard with little to no compromise, an amazing beginner keyboard for someone who's new to the keyboard scene, such as myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the GMMK Pro. Also, tell me if I missed something on the review. If someone has questions, please feel free to help them if you know the answer to it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out. Have a blessed day, everyone, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.